As Donald Trump marks his return to the Oval Office, his policies begin to reshape global dynamics, echoing key themes from his first term, while introducing new approaches to confront international and domestic challenges. His victory not only redefines America's domestic agenda, but significantly impacts ongoing conflicts in Ukraine and Gaza, reigniting debates about US foreign policy priorities and its role on the world stage. Trump's America First policy quickly re-emerges as the centerpiece of his administration, echoing the economic nationalism and non-interventionist tendencies of his first term. During his initial tenure, the Trump administration prioritized renegotiating trade deals, withdrawing from multinational agreements, like the Paris Climate Accord, and cutting foreign aid. In his second term, these priorities take on a sharper edge. Trump halts much of the military aid previously sent to Ukraine, continuing a trajectory set by the impeachment controversy over his phone call with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. That event had raised questions about Trump's willingness to leverage US support for political gains. The lack of US support for Ukraine proves critical. For nearly a decade, US aid had been a cornerstone of Ukraine's resistance to Russian aggression, dating back to Russia's annexation of Crimea. Trump's decision to limit aid provides Russia with an undeniable strategic edge. European nations under pressure to step in, ramp up their support, but face challenges in uniting a coherent military and economic response. Russia seizes the opportunity, escalating its campaigns in Ukraine and testing NATO's resolve. Eastern Europe faces renewed instability, recalling Cold War-era fears of Russian expansionism. In the Middle East, Trump's policies further deepened the region's volatility. His first term set a significant drawback for Palestine by moving the US embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem in 2018, a highly controversial decision seen as symbolic recognition of Jerusalem as Israel's capital. This move led to widespread protests across the Arab world and strained US relations with Palestinian leaders who viewed the action as abandoning America's previously neutral stance in peace negotiations. Upon returning to office, Trump strengthens US-Israel ties further. The administration intensifies arms sales to Israel and removes prior restraints on Israeli military operations, citing the need for uncompromising support against terrorism. The violence in Gaza escalates as Israel launches broader military campaigns against Palestine, leading to devastating casualties for civilians. The blockade around Gaza tightens and international humanitarian aid decreases, leaving millions in dire need. Global protests erupt, but Trump's administration prioritizes a pro-Israel agenda, sidelining diplomatic efforts and abandoning the peace brokering. These decisions ripple outward, further destabilizing regions beyond Ukraine and Gaza. Trump's inward-facing policies, reminiscent of his withdrawal from the Trans-Pacific Partnership and attempts to defund NATO in his first term, leave allies questioning the reliability of US commitments. Power vacuums emerge in regions where American leadership once maintained balance, with countries like China and Russia seizing opportunities to expand their influence. For instance, China's Belt and Road Initiative deepens economic dependencies across Asia and Africa, countering the absence of US initiatives. As domestic divisions widen in the US with debates over immigration, energy policies, and national defense dominating headlines, Trump's policies resonate strongly with his voter base. However, international observers express growing concern over the long-term implications. While Trump's actions reflect a consistent alignment with his campaign promises, they contribute to an increasingly fractured global order. The question lingers: how long can international stability endure as America's retreat reshapes power dynamics? From Eastern Europe to the Middle East and beyond, Trump's presidency alters the contours of global influence, setting the stage for profound and lasting changes in international relations.